I'm better than Valve Studios. Yes, like the guys that made Portal and stuff. You wanna know why? Because I finally learned how to count to the number 3, baby. That's right, we're back with Stardew Valley. I'm sorry if it's been a really long time since my last upload, at least considering my channel's lifespan anyways. I feel like I have crafted a very good story with a lot of ups, and also, you know, some pretty major downs. The footage for those days just doesn't exist. But in the end, I'm pretty satisfied with how it came out. And I'm also satisfied with the pacing, which I can assure you is much better than the spring and summer episodes, which, like, I'm so sorry about the pacing on those. But yeah, let's get into the video. I woke up on day 1 and I immediately decided that I needed to have some sort of objective or thing to work towards in this series, because my last 2 episodes had kind of just been like, hey, do whatever and see what sticks. And I decided to resolve to do 3 major things this episode. 1 was to work on the community center, which, like, desperately needed help. I only had 1 room completed by the time that this was started, so I needed to work on that. The second was to work on my skills, because I'm being honest, I really didn't want it to be that I completed year 1 with no level 10 skills, so I decided to really just put an emphasis on that. And the third thing was to just, like, work on the more daily check-in type of tasks, so like watching the weather, looking for the Queen of Sauce thing so I could get recipes, and also checking the traveling cart when I was in town. That was really important. I didn't do that much, but you know, I tried. And I also, you know, just immediately tried to plant all my crops because I didn't want any time wasted on not being efficient. Hey, Editing Watts here. It's still day 1. I just thought, for the record, I should mention that I was an idiot and I completed the financial bundle that unlocks the bus stop, and I didn't put that in my notes for the day. I don't know why this is the case, just thought I'd let you know that I did that while I was checking out the community center, and yeah, I can go to the desert now. I decided that with the new spirit of me trying to complete as much of the community center as I could, I would try to use this rainy day at the very start of fall to do everybody's favorite reoccurring task: fishing. If you've seen the spring and summer episodes, you know literally just how much of my playthrough is just fishing. It's not even funny. But yeah, so I did that. I got a bunch of rain required fish, which is really, really nice, because it hardly rained during fall. Like, I don't think it rained until like day 14 after this. I'm not even kidding. It was wild. Seeing with how much I absolutely love to waste time in this playthrough, I decided that I should dedicate the entirety of day 3 to going to the desert and using my new bus god privileges. I literally did nothing except walk around. I don't have the Skull Cavern completed. I do have it completed by the end of the month, but I didn't have it completed now, so I just walked around and, you know, really took in the surroundings. On day 4, I completed the fish tank, which means I never need to worry about fishing again, right? God, why do I make myself do these stupid things? Other than that though, I also planted a bunch of grapes today because of a little board offer that Lewis did. Then this was also my little introduction to making my crops into like wines and jams and stuff using the preserves jar and kegs. If I'm being real with you guys, nothing much interesting really happened the next couple of days. Like, sure, the crop fairy visited some of my grapes, which was cool. And sure, I went from floor 100 to floor 105 in the mines, but honestly, I didn't really get much done. And to avoid the video from being close to 30 minutes long, like the spring and summer episodes, I'm not really going to cover the days here. Just know small progress was made, and I also chopped down a lot of trees on my farm to, you know, just try to make it look nicer. The action didn't really start picking up again up until day 8, where I decided to do some major deforestation on my farm, just to try to beautify the place up a little bit. And I also did a midnight blackberry run because I realized that it was blackberry season and I wanted to really bump up my foraging EXP because, again, you know, I just want to get all my skills maxed out, honestly. The 9th was not a good day for me. This is due to the fact that I decided today would be the perfect day to upgrade my watering can to a copper watering can. I thought it would boost my efficiency. I thought it would be a good idea. What didn't come across my mind was the fact that I had a bunch of pumpkins on my farm that I needed to water because I really wanted to get a giant pumpkin and I didn't make sprinklers for them. Also, please remember what I said about it not raining like at all this season. I think it rained a grand total of only like 3 or 4 days, and that was at the very start and at the very end. So yeah, good luck having those be watered for the next couple days. By the time day 10 rolled around, I decided that I was finally gonna try to max out the mines. And after visiting Willie for a short cutscene due to a community center completed bundle, I got straight into the mines. And I was able to hit floor 110. I know, amazing progress. And then I died of a toxin overdose, which, you know, fun. Day 11 was, in my opinion, some peak gameplay. I was able to push the final 10 levels of the mine, reach the bottom, get that amazing, glorious little skull cavern key, and make it home literally right before bedtime. Swiftly skipping past days 12 and 13, on day 14 I had my very first harvest, which was pretty cool. The grapes and the corn synced up in time, which is nice, and that continued for the rest of the season. I also started my little fishing obsession this day because I wanted to have something nice to put in my booth for the community fair. And also, you know, just level 10 fishing would be really cool, I guess. Hey, Editor Watts here. I once again was an idiot, and I forgot to mention something very important. I got an ancient seed on this day. Like, finally, yay. Too bad I can't freaking plant it, because I don't have a greenhouse. Day 15 was basically just the first harvest of crops, but then again, you kinda already heard that thanks to my wonderfully ordered voiceover that I recorded about 10 minutes ago that mislabeled it as day 14. Here comes the part of the video that's not fun for you or me. So the thing is, with days 16 to 21, the footage for those days just doesn't exist. Yeah, I'm definitely reinstalling OBS after all of this stuff because I think I probably just did a faulty download or something. But it's in the past. There's no way to get that footage back. There's no file saying that it even existed in the first place. I know I pressed record, but it is what it is. However, I'm a person who's very heavily inspired by a certain Australian YouTuber named Dragoon, if you haven't noticed, judging by the fact that I literally made an entire video about Cookie Clicker. And there's a little trademark that Dragoon has that I feel like would suit this situation pretty well. That's right, guys, I'm using MS Paint. So, the big recap you've all been waiting for. Well, it starts off with the Stardew Valley Community Fair. Unfortunately, I don't really have much in the way of evidence as far as like winning it, but I remember that I won it, and I remember the score was 92 points, and yay, I got a star drop. The other thing that happened that was really big was that I got my first level 10 skill, which was in farming, which I see as pretty dope. But then again, most of my passive EXP has been from farming, so that really makes sense. A third thing that was very well focused on was fishing. I had the idea of like the video thumbnail and stuff in mind by this point, and I really wanted to get fishing level 10, so for a majority of these days I'd say I kind of just grinded out fishing for a little while, and that continued even once I got my recordings back. One final little thing of note is that the very first construction on my farm took place during this little non-recording hiatus, and that was me building a silo in preparation for my winter plans, which I won't spoil too much, so you'll have to wait a little bit for that. Cycling back to real content now, I gotta say I was still continuing that aim of getting to level 10 fishing when my recording started again, and that's literally what I did on days 21 through 24. It started raining again, which was pretty nice because that was really the first rain I'd gotten all season, and it gave me a chance to get a solid amount of the rain exclusive fish for fall. I also developed a really precise route home from the beach, and by the time I reached fishing level 10, I'd pretty much become like an almost speedrunner of the game trying to get back, and I feel like it would be pretty fun to just kind of include that footage in for you. On day 25, I decided to re-enter the mines, which I had very much neglected over this season, and I was able to get a lot of stones to construct my second farm building, which is a chicken coop that won't be finished until winter. How fun! I caught the angler first cast on day 26. Please help me, I don't want to touch a fishing rod again, that wasn't fun, I don't like fishing anymore, please send help. Day 27 was literally the longest day ever. This is because I had already accomplished all of my season goals, so I literally just had to find a way to mess around until 10 p.m. where I could enter the Spirit's Eve festival, where I absolutely dominated all of the townsfolk in the maze, and I was able to get the almighty golden pumpkin. On day 28, I did nothing. I honestly just wanted to see what it'd be like to spend a day without spending any energy, so after selling a bunch of my stuff, which yes, I will show you the profit counter, after selling all my stuff, I literally just went to bed, ending off the third episode of Stardew Valley. Hey guys, I wanted to thank you so much for watching all the way to the end of the video. I'm so sorry that I haven't uploaded in 4 or 5 weeks. I'm sorry, school's been crazy, just life has been very busy, and I haven't had a whole lot of time to record videos like normal. I will still try to make content at a more regular basis than this, so expect another video in, I'd say about 2 weeks, but until then, watch out.